The third element that's really envisaged in the regulation is, around Article 42 and 43 here, the ability for organisations to target compliance, to get closer to compliance by implementing a technical standard or a code of conduct. And so these articles kind of cover both of these, and some 18 months ago our technical experts started to draft a standard to try and demystify this complex regulation of 100 pages and bring it into corporate speak, bring it into kind of a pantheon that already existed, a way of doing things that wasn't rocket science. It was straightforward, it was established, and it was known. And so businesses really have a number of opportunities here. I guess there's companies out there, I heard someone from Aviva a little bit earlier, who maybe got binding corporate rules, maybe they're evolving their privacy procedures, and that's moving forward, and that's fine, and that's going on in one area. And the codes of conduct, I've heard about some trade associations doing this. The recent one I heard of was in Sweden, but I'd love if any of you during the conference want to come talk to me about this. I'm very interested to hear about new associations, new trades developing their own codes of conduct. And so really the third area that's the focus is the certification scheme. And so we developed this scheme. It's been published nearly a year ago now. It was a technical standard. It's like an ISO standard, only it's not. And we're going through a process of getting accreditation for this. And that process means that that we need to go to the supervisory authorities, EDPB now as well, in order to get approval for that. And this process is a bit time-consuming. Everyone's kind of new and learning, and it's been like this before. When I talked about the energy standard, the techies don't get the management system approach or the sort of process approach, and the process people don't get the techie approach. And so maybe it's incorrect to call it technical in this context, but there's a slow process where the coming together of different schools of thought is going on. And so we've been speaking to the French authority, the CNIL, and we're speaking to the Dutch authority, the AP now, in order to get recognition for this technical standard so that it can be seen as a tool which will apply under 42 and 43, and will enable organisations to demonstrate mitigation if they make a mistake, but equally will hopefully reduce their opportunity to make mistakes, because it will bake in and embed into their organisation the processes, the procedures that they need. And so a little bit more about certification, just perhaps because it's not always clear why, and you can implement a standard, you don't have to certify it, but the certification gives you these added benefits in the regulation. It also means it's embedded in every function, because clearly it's not just an IT or an information systems issue, and it enables you to build in the management of change. We talk about technological change, organisations change, they merge, they buy others. There's all sorts of complexity when data from other organisations comes in, and how do you filter that, make it work? So having an organisation that gets data protection, that the key people involved have to, it's their job description, it's part of what they do, makes it a really solid sort of buffer to any issues that might arise.